Greetings all, Frog here. Let's play some Factorio efficiently. But not quickly. Alright. Turn my switch so I am very clear that it's off. We're doing plenty of iron. I would love for these to be mined faster, so I'm going to turn these off for now. Just to make things go a wee bit smoother. Get these out of the way, you know. Once all these circuits are done, we're going to deposit them into my science bin, as we're preparing for the next bit of factory working. Which, I don't remember what I said I was going to do. Gates, yes, which is 100. So that's why we're making 100 circuits. We need 100 of that too while we're at it. We're going to need 100 of these, so we might as well get those queued up. Well, there's 50 already. So give me those 50. Turn this off. Those 50 will go into here, along with 50 of that. Throw 100 in, and we'll go get some more. Just give me the whole thing. Let's be honest. We're going to need it eventually. That lines to where it needs to go. We're still doing red science for this because I goofed up. Let's make sure that recipe is what I think it is. Yep, it's 100 each, so that's good. Once we get the rails, we'll be locked and ready. Alright, we are making ammunition, slowly but surely. 200 was ordered. We have 111, so there's still 89 more of that to go. But then I won't need ammo for a little bit. One of the things that frustrates me about this system is that there's no real way to get an order once you've already placed one. So if you want to interrupt the orders, it's not going to work unless you wanted to turn... Like, I could turn this off because I could send the reset switch, and then these would turn off, and this would wait until it gets enough of the resources. But that doesn't seem to be useful, really, for what I'm trying to do. But you can order multiple things. So, like, I could order various whatevers, and it will properly get my number. So what I want to work on today, while we wait for the ammunition to go and the science to go, actually the science might be at the point now where I need to move some science materials around. Yep, that should have been the last one, and there we are. I don't know why I always move green, but I do. There's only one red in there, there's 4 red in here, you can have all those then. And I made some extra red, apparently. Made 2 extra red, 3 extra red. Are we done now? Okay, so I made 3 extra red, or alternatively I've made 3 too short green, but I think I made 3 extra red somehow. So keeping that in mind, when we do this next, I think we might have to just order up, 97 of these instead of as much as we want. So 97 would be 194 of that. Alright, we got 50. Give me another 50. Oh, I only ordered... Oh, there's 2. So maybe I didn't order... Maybe I only ordered 1 extra. Which is possible. So then I need 198 in there. We'll see once this is done. The 100 circuits should be ready. There's half the gears we need for that. And there's gears we need the rest of it. So this is ready to go. Green is ready to work. No, I did create the right amount. That is so bizarre. It's got to be because they don't use the full amount that's doing it. Alright, so never mind. We do need the full amount, so we need 100 of those, and we need 200 of these. That will create the right amount, and we'll get this going. And we're ready to go. Gates. So that way we can do... Oops. You actually have to click research. So that way we can get our train empire rolling, because we will need more copper. That is for sure. Alright. How are we doing on ammo? 156. That's good. Once we get the train empire rolling, get more copper rolling in, we will get our robots rolling. But for right now, we're not there. So what we're going to do is we're going to create an unloading area. And this unloading area is going to have essentially an inserter for everything that we're going to need to take off the belt. So these are things that we're going to want to keep as final products. And the way that the compiler will figure everything, we should be able to just take what we need appropriately. Excuse me. So what we will do is start that system. First, let's figure out what we need to pull off the belt. So we need walls. We need all of those inserters, probably. So that's 5. We won't need those. We won't need any of this. We'll need those. So we'll need the top 5. We'll need 8. We'll need that for sure, 9. I'll probably order those for 10. 11. I don't need any more of those. 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we're going to need 20 smart inserters. I have 2. So I'm a little short. Now I have 5. And it's the copper that's going to hold me back, as expected, really. It's tough to cut right through the compiler. We're starting to run down. How many did I say? I need 20. I need 15 more. 5, 10, 15. I'll let it do its thing. We'll need chests for all of that, which will all have to be smart chests. How are we doing on our ammo? We've got 5 more to go. That's it. Nice. So once that's done, we'll flip the reset switch. I'll order me up some smart chests, which is going to need steel. Smart chests aren't even done. Bollocks. Alright, so let's finish the smart chests up and the steel chests, so that way we can order them off the network, and then we'll do the outside. Okay, so we need the set reset switch. Wait, this should be above. This should be for this. Right? Steel, we need a number of those times 8, which outputs that, which turns it into that, which makes that. You're set up. You're set. Steel chests are actually ready. Okay, so I just have to do these guys. Alright, so I need the set reset switch. Did I trap myself? Oh, good. You can walk by lights. And then we need 2 properties. We need those, so then we need 4 of these. And we'll go like that. So, wires everywhere, and not a drop to drink. We're going to need some more wires. We'll order up a bunch of those as part of my smart chest order as well. Okay, so, first things first, we need a set reset switch. I need some wires to be able to form the rest of that, so we'll get to that in a moment. If alpha equals bravo, output alpha. If everything is greater than nothing, output bravo. You are going to take the number of smart chests as your input, which are where? Here they are. And so will you. Actually, let's do it backwards. So let's copy that. Oh no. Let's copy that to here. So you're going to take the input. Smart chests need a 1-to-1 ratio on steel chests and 3 circuits. So do a 1-to-1 ratio for smart chests. Output our steel chest rather. Then a 3-to-1 ratio for our circuits. Electronic circuits are intermediary components. Alright, so this will take then the number of steel chests by the dummy signal alpha and output alpha. This will take our dummy signal, or our number of electronic circuits by alpha and output alpha. And now we just got to wire this bad boy up. Alright, first things first. Let's wire the set reset switch. So, output of here goes to the input of here. Output of here goes to the input of here. Okay. Now we can copy this over, and we should be seeing our output input as we expect. Very nice. So, the output of these are our front lines. So, the network has to come into that. Network. The input of here goes into the network, which also goes in the input of here. So, this gets our numbers. So, we're getting our signals. Very good. The outputs of these bad boys are going to go into the inputs of this. This one is here. And this one is here. So that's good. We've got that going. It's very nice to see the output, the yellow, to make sure that you've actually connected with the proper piece. So that's good. We've got that going. The outputs of these guys are going to tell the A signal, so that's what's going to compare into there. And they're also going to go into the chest. So we've got some double action going on here. So we're going to go into, not the chest rather, but the inserters, which we can put in the proper direction now because we will hook them up to the network. So this goes to the output of this, which is also to the input of here. This goes to the output of this, and also the input of here. Okay, so that's good. Yep, because we are comparing those. Very good. The input of this is going to take our chests. All right, so that gets us everything, comparing it. If it's greater than 0, we're going to output beta. So the output of this comes to the input of this. Okay, now we have to do our hookup to switches. So the output of this is going to go into the reset switch. And then the primary green reset will go to the input of this. So this has all been hooked up now. The input of these comes from the main network, and the output goes to here, which controls then the actual numbers. Then we have to actually set these up. Alpha is greater than 0. Alpha is greater than 0. And for this one, okay, so that's the last thing now. The output of this needs to come to our inserters. Yeah. Okay. I hope that's right. Outputting 1. These should be receiving 1. So we'll hope. What we'll do is we'll test it by just putting one circuit. Or do I have a steel chest? No, but I could make one. Let's make a steel chest, and we'll put it in there and see if it gets inserted. Excellent. All right, so it is working. Give me that back, because we'll need steel chests. So steel chests are ready to go. I don't have any steel being injected in the system yet, so anything I order, I'm just going to put the raw steel into there, which I have plenty of. Now, if I want to do the green and red circuits before I start this whole process, which I kind of want to do, then we need to get these going as well. The green circuits require... green and red lines, rather, one circuit and one cable each. So I could do one initial mathematics, and then from that point we have to do the rest of our work. So here we need a set reset switch and the comparator. It has 2 pieces to the puzzle, and then we're going to need 3. Oh, we need another set of these bad boys for both. We're also going to need output, so give me 2 more of these, 3, 4 more of those, because I need outputs here as well. That light will unfortunately have to go, but we could put it out here with relative non-issues. Alright, so I have the inserters that I need. It will be a slow process, unfortunately, because we cannot output more than 1 from these, but that's still okay. Could output 2 chests at once. So that's all our inputs and outputs standing. Now I need the 2 of those for the 2 components, and then I need 1, which we can fit back here. And that 1 is just going to turn the signal into... Actually, no, I still need 2, even though I just need 1. No, you can do the 1, because I'll turn the dummy... I'll turn the 1 as... Yeah. Alright, so you're going to take the input from the network. You go in to here. You're going to take the amount of green wires that we need, which are on the top page. It's logistics. And we're going to just multiply that by 1. And actually, no, because you'll always need the same amount of green. You take the input multiplied by A, because we need the dummy signal. Well, if we're doing this, hold on. Because if we do this, we just need to create the dummy signal. They're both going to be alpha. Because it's the exact same amount. They could both be the same. And I just have 1 set up to each. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. Alright, so what we could do, because this takes the exact same input, we can multiply this by 1. Well, no. Sorry. By the dummy alpha signal. And output alpha. And what this is going to do is it's going to give us alpha twice. Once for each component. Alright? So we just hook those into this. So what we're going to do is this is going to draw from the network. I need more red wire. And we'll we'll need some more green wire probably as well. So just get it all going. Tons and tons of wire. So we get more red wire. First things first, I guess. Reset switch. So let's get that wired up. Input here goes to output here. Input here goes to output here. Copy over. That's our set reset switch. It is working as intended. This is our mathematics. They're already set up. This is going to be alpha equals Bravo to output Bravo. This is going alpha equals Bravo to output Alpha, which starts the whole thing over. This is going to be if everything is greater than nothing, output Bravo, and then we're good to go. So all these are set up. Oh. Alright, let's get some wires going. So the set reset switch is done. We've got the math coming in, so input here comes into the network and also needs to go into the input of that. So now we're getting input signals. Very good, that is correct. Now the output of these, this one will control that. Doesn't really matter which one is which. This one will control that. Okay, so long as alpha is greater than 0, we can work. And we'll just have to set our filters. So one of the filters is for copper cable, and the other will be for, where are you? It's intermediary. Green circuits. All right, so those are set up. It doesn't matter that these aren't getting those two things in, right? Because it's a 1-to-1 ratio. So we can save ourselves a little guy. And honestly, since I just thought about that, it's possible we might be able to do that elsewhere, but we're not going to change it, from the past. We're just going to change it going forward. Okay, so these outputs also need to be the input of our comparator. So output from here comes into here, which is also going to need the output from that. The output from here will need to go input into here as well. And then this controls the reset switch. So from the output of here goes into reset. In addition to that, we need the master reset switch from here to here. And then the last thing is we need to get the inputs from here to compare, which will be from the two chests, the second of which I have not created. We'll need another one for up there as well. So that's this one. So now we can do that from the chest to the input to the chest. And then finally, the output of this is going to be controlling these two bad boys. So the output of here comes to the input of there. And had I done it correctly, I would have been much better off. And this will work if alpha equals 1. And copy that. Alpha equals 1. Just to test. I don't really need to test it because it's working. I mean, I probably should, but I also don't want extraneous circuits and or wires lying around. So we do the same thing here. We're just going to need these 6 units, which is a beautiful thing. 1, 2. That goes there. Unfortunately, there's not enough room for it here, which is kind of annoying because that has many wires connected to it. So we'll have to put the other one out here. Not ideal, but at least there's space for it. And actually what I would rather do is put it here and then do my 2 maths over this way. This will be the final comparator. So just help me remember what that is. And then we'll do our math over here. I realize I've been saying maths this whole time. It's the old British in me coming through. So that goes over to here. We are going to connect this through. The output here comes to the input of here. The output of here goes to the input of there. Copy it over. Excuse me. And it is operating as intended. You will be the comparator if everything is greater than nothing. Output beta. Alright, you will honestly copy that to here. Copy this to here. And just change this to red wire. And that gets everything else. A equals B, all that stuff. That's all lit up. We do have to put our other chest down. Now it's just running the wires. Alright, so the sorry about that. The network. The input of this comes from the network, as does the input. That's backwards? No, as the input of this. Okay. Then, the output of both of these has to go into our comparator, which is on top. So the output of this goes into here, as does the output of that. In addition, the output of this, rather, has to go to the input of this. Good. This is now our reset switch, so the output of that goes into reset. And the main network, of course, has to go into the master reset. Coming into our inserters, this one has to go from inserter and in, which is very good. This one is controlled by each of these two elements. So we're going to have the output of here comes to the input of this, and the output of this goes to the input of that. Alright. This then needs just inputs from the two chests. And we're done. That's everything wired up. You need to be... Before I do that, so I can copy this more easily. Actually, I can just directly copy them from here. You're going to be that. You're going to be this. And you are going to be these. Beautiful. Alright, so red wires are hooked up as well. At this point, we can order a bunch of stuff. So I'm going to order 100? I need 100 of each wire. Let's do 50. I'm going to do 50 of each wire. Why is there still iron floating around? How did you get out there? Give me that. Where'd that iron come from? How long has that been floating around here? Nothing's needed iron. Did I drop it somewhere by mistake? It's possible. Alright, so I want 50 green wires as well. And then I would like 50 smart chests. That's going to be a lot. That's a lot of components. We have it all. So we should be able to do this, and it should just start going. And at the end of the day, I should be able to pull all of my wire and smart chests out like I've done with this. So if I change this, again, this is our simple unloader. If I change this to filter for green wire, red wire, we're almost done with science too, by the way. We can start thinking about that. And smart chests, it will do that. Give me all the ammo, 200 piercing rounds. Let's go. Let's get it done. Take it out. And reset it. Boom. And there we go. Now all I have to do is put 400 steel in their steel box container. So let's go grab that. We'll just grab all that so I have some extra left over as well. Everything's going slow because these are the only two I'm running. I know that, but that's okay. And then I just need to put 400. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. And away it goes. So the other thing we have to make sure is that that works, which we will check out next time. That's all I have time for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Consider subscribing to the channel to stay updated everything as it happens. And until next time, cheers.